Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple
Come and climb my tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my door, and we'll be friends forever. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and leave those dolls at home. You can come along, look down my rain barrel, slide down my door, and we'll be friends forever. Forever, 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 forever. Look down my rainbow, slide down my door, and we'll be friends forever. Oh, forever, oh, forever, oh, forever.
Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple
Come and climb my tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my door, and we'll be friends forever. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and leave those dolls at home. You can come along, look down my rain barrel, slide down my door, and we'll be friends forever. Forever, 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 forever. Look down my rainbow, slide down my door, and we'll be friends forever. Oh, forever, oh, forever, oh, forever.
Hello. Welcome to the Late Night Crafty Club. Welcome to the back of my RV. Welcome, oh, welcome. And I'm so happy to see you, ladies, and my one single guy friend. Well, he's not a single guy, but my friend, my married friend, my guy friend who's married, and also in our group. So, hello, welcome everybody. Welcome. You guys, I'm so happy to see your little faces, and I'm so sorry that I had to reschedule last Friday's live event and move it to this Friday. Although I probably would have just had another live event this Friday, because hasn't this been the most fun having late night crafty clubs back again? I have to admit, I have really been looking forward to doing them every Friday. I really enjoy doing this. It's been so much fun. I forgot how much fun it was doing that during that season of my life, doing late night crafty clubs. And there was a period where they were really stressful and challenging because I didn't feel like I had good stuff to share with you guys and activities to do. And then entered this project into my life, my cards, my little secret project that I worked on. And then everything changed, internally over here, secretly. I was doing that behind the scenes, and then everything changed. And then I was just so, just very, very creative. And I just felt like I don't know. I just felt like I was different. I just felt like I was different. My creativity just came like boop, 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 up to a different level. So it was really wonderful. And now, after taking quite a hiatus from the TRG world, I am back. And I'm back with not a vengeance, because vengeance has a negative connotation, but back with like a flourish. Ta-da! I am back. If I could do like a little, like the little dance. I am back, my friends. I am back to my little TRG clubhouse. And it's like I never left. It's like you sweet girls are just like, yes, we're here. Let's play. Let's craft. So it's really fun to show up on Friday and to see all of your little faces. I'm so happy to see you guys. And let's say hello to all of our friends. Yay, the best part. So hello, Miss Jonna. And Jonna May, I think you are the first one. You know how sometimes the chat room gets cut off. The first person might get cut off. So if maybe you were the first one. So hopefully I'm not cutting off the first person. Hello, Miss Donna. Hello, Denise. Hello, Miss Bethany. Hello, Terry. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Miss Fire Girl. I'm so happy to see your little face back here in the chat room again. Hi, Miss Sherry Susan. Hi, Miss Justine. Down Under. Hello, Miss Heather. Hello, Karen. Hi, Terry. Hi, Robin. Hi, Julianne. Hi, Linda. Good to see you. Hello, Miss Bren. Hi, Heather. Good to see you again. Hello, Miss Penny. It's good to see everybody. I just get into this little cadence of adding little extra comments. I just want you to know that it's good to see all of your faces, okay? Hello, Miss Sharon. Hi, Miss Lee. Hi, Miss Jennifer Gober. Hello, Miss Wanda. Hello, Miss Marina from Mexico. Hello, Miss Heidi. Hi, Chris and Janice. Hello, Miss Chris Johnston, down under as well. You guys are heading into spring. You guys are heading into spring. You guys are leaving your winter and heading into spring. We are welcoming fall. It is so close. We can almost taste it. Hello, Miss Mary. Good to see you. Hi, Miss Michelle Massey. Hi, Miss Wendy. Hi, Miss let's see here. Hi, Miss Dawn in Canada. Hello, Miss Laurette. Hello, Miss Ray. Hello, Mrs. Mountain Man. Hello, CK Myers. Hello, Denise. There's another Denise. Okay, I got it. Denise. And anyone from Massachusetts? We need another Massachusetts lady in the house. Hello, Miss Starla. Hi, Marie Louise. Hello, Susan Lloyd. And Margaret, good to see you. And Wanda wants to know, where is everyone from? Speaking of, now that Wanda's asking, I do know this. I do know that the majority of people in the Reset Girl community is actually East Coast based. The majority of my people, my friends, are East Coasters, or East Coast time zone, I should say. So it's getting towards that time of the year where the sun is changing and it's going to start getting darker soon. And I experimented last year in the clubhouse with changing my live streams so that I was starting them a little earlier in the evenings. And so it was kind of like I was doing them as early as 4 o'clock here on the West Coast, which made them 7 o'clock on the East Coast. And that seemed like it was working out really good because I had so many more people attend live that are East Coast and less people who are here on the West, which if you think about it, if the majority of your audience is East Coast, then it makes sense that you're trying to accommodate the majority. So I think what is going to happen as we get closer into September, I'm going to start scheduling the late night crafty clubs. I would like to do them every other Friday. And I'm going to probably shift it back possibly to 5 o'clock. I've always historically done them at 6, always and forever. But I'm thinking about shifting it back to 5. So it would be like 5. I'm trying to stick them around 2 hours. They've been kind of like 2.5. Back in the day, they were like 3.5. So I'm kind of trying to keep them in that little area. So that's what I was thinking about doing, and that way that makes it a little less late for because for East Coast people, they're starting at 9 o'clock. And I know that we're not as young as we used to be. Kind of bedtime for a lot of people. I'm kind of more of a night owl, but that's mostly because I kind of stay up a little later. But I get up later. So if I was an early riser, then I would go to bed earlier. You know what I mean? So I know people who have to get up earlier, like responsible adults, they would adjust accordingly. So I'm thinking that might be what I do, because I just think that that's going to be more like it was when I was experimenting with that last year. And it seemed like it was really working well for people. I just personally find that like I seem to be like really, my little circuitry just works better towards the late afternoon and evening. I seem to be like my most energized self, so it's kind of, if I can, if I have say over that, then that's when I tend to do my best work. So I don't know. I'm kind of, that's where I'm kind of considering where we're going to be doing things. So, anyway, so everybody that I missed, as you guys were jumping in a little, later, let me see where I left off. I see Miss Benita. Hi, Miss Benita. Hi, Joe. Hi, Erica. Hello, Mary. Maples, it's good to see you. Hi, Michelle Kingsley, my other Australian sister. Hello. Hello, Serenity. Good to see you. And looking. Hi, Radonna. Hello, Deborah Peterson. I'm looking fast. Hi, Miss Larry. Good to see you. Those of you who haven't been able to join to catch a live in a while, I'm glad you were able to make it. So I have lots of exciting stuff to tell you. Okay, lots of exciting stuff. So tonight is going to be the first time that we're trying something new. All orders, so we have some new exciting products. And please know, you are never pressured to buy anything. This is not like a product-oriented show. You are not watching QVC. I just want you to know that. That's not what the Late Night Crafty Club is about. And it never has been, for the record. But I do want to take an opportunity while I have you is to show you, because YouTube is, we turn the advertising off during the live stream. Once I'm done with it, though, we do turn the ads back on. So if you're watching it as a replay, you are going to watch YouTube ads. But because we are doing that during the live, I am going to show you my ads. So I am just going to show you a few things we have. We're debuting in the store. Mark and I have worked really hard. We were really excited last Friday because we worked really hard all week to get 8 new products ready to launch. And I'm very excited about them because we've been working together to develop things that I would love to use and work with in my projects. And that tends to be kind of like the winning combination is like, what does Corey want to use? Because that's the kind of stuff that will like go the distance, because I will always use it, because I'm I'm just very loyal to the stuff that I really like. As you can see, you guys have been seeing the same stuff for years. I just don't tend to move out of that. I don't know if I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know. You guys can tell me what you think. Do you like using lots of new collections and trying lots of new things? Or are you kind of like me where you find something you like and you just stick with it and that is your thing? I kind of feel like it's my signature, and it kind of feels like all my projects have a very cohesive look to them cuz I just stick with the same look. It feels like my crafting. If I started trying another like a bunch of other products or another like a whole other scrapbook company, if I just started using a different style and I showed you guys, I would wonder, would you guys even think that was my stuff? Like, Corey, did you make that? Because I have a very specific, I don't know, I just a specific thing that I like. So some people they love to try all the things. They'll use many different collections and different products, different product lines. They're very creative. That's the whole great thing about art and art craft supplies. I'm just, you know, I just like what I like. So I feel a little weird about it. Like I have to apologize for like being not. I feel like it's a little boring that I'm always using the same thing. I don't know. Like I stick with my gumballs, my punches, my stamps. I like stay in this very narrow lane. But although that is true, I find that I feel I make a lot of stuff that's different. I don't think that the things that I make are all identical. So I kind of I enjoy that. It helps me feel like I'm demonstrating to people that you don't have to have a huge bursting at the seams craft room. I'm working from the back of an RV. I'm working at a little craft space. I don't have a ton of supplies here. Maybe I have them stuffed back in the storage in another state, but I don't have them here. So this little space has kind of ebbed and flowed with supplies over a time, but I have whittled them down to the things that I genuinely love and have curated. And that is actually something I wanted to kind of showcase and highlight on my website and in my content, in my newsletter. These are little whatever initiatives that I want to share in the coming year. I've been working on my brand and my new website behind the scenes all on my own. So it's really been making me think like, what is my messaging going to be? What are the things that I'm really going to work on sharing? And so one area that is, I know, very important to this particular community that we all have in common is when we do craft or create, we do kind of have a thing about our supplies and the whole idea of crafting and when is too much and when does it become overwhelming and how do we kind of wrangle things in. And that's a topic that is just really near and dear to my heart because I've been in a big craft room and now I've been in a little space. I've had to have a lot of stuff because I had a business where I was showing lots of things or having workshops or selling kits. And it's made me buy things that I was going to sell, but then I ended up with some of the product, that I felt like I should be using. So it's kind of been, interesting to have a lot of stuff, but not necessarily use it so it's like that process has been interesting. So I feel like it's given me some perspective of really what can you get away with on a minimal level and still feel like, wow, I can really crank out a lot of interesting different looks. It's kind of like having a capsule craft supply, cart or chest that you can just generate a lot of different outfits, like how the capsule closet can give you like a whole wardrobe. It's like a crafting wardrobe. You know what I mean? All right. So, anyway, okay, so I'm just chatting about something I had no intention talking about, and I don't even know where I was. So back to the whole thing about talking about ads. So the ad for tonight is I'm going to show you some new products. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to show you what show you what I created. Mark created some stuff. I created some stuff. And if you place an order during the live stream tonight and up to an hour after the live stream ends, if you happen to be watching it, you're just watching it because you watched it late, doing it as a replay, up to an hour after the show ends. Everyone who places an order during that time frame, you will receive a free exclusive vinyl sticker, decal, I should say, in your order. So let me show you what it is. The golden scissors. So we have the classic golden scissors, one of our little cute little artworks turned into a decal. And these will be included. You will get a little pair of golden scissors. It's a nice vinyl decal. And if you've ever purchased one of our decals, these things are crazy good. This decal has been on this tumbler at least 3 years. Now, I washed this by hand, to be fair, but it is stuck on here. So the other one, let me show you the other one. Here's our Bible nerd one. This thing is stuck on here. So they're really well made. They are really well made. I'm super impressed. We've sent quite a few little vinyl stickers out into the world. I've been putting them into our orders too as freebies, some of them, but I wanted to have a special one to celebrate the Late Night Crafty Club coming back. So, and to encourage participation, you guys coming and joining live. So if you decide to place an order tonight, we will be putting a little special scissors, the golden scissors. Huzzah! The icon of the Late Night Crafty Club. Okay, really quick, let me show you what I got. Okay, first and foremost, let me show you the stickers. These are what we got tonight. Top down again. Okay, so we have another set of honey halfsies. These are the You Are Here edition. What I love about these, what I asked for, why I wanted these included, is these are the honeys that were introduced when we were doing Camp Wannacraft. If you guys recall, come back with me to 2019. When we were ending Camp Wannacraft, we slid into the following month, and You Are Here was the collection. And it is kind of like that late summer, early fall collection. So it's got this like brightness, like they're colorful, but almost an early fall. Like some of the girls have like that little early fall look to them as well. So they're like kind of on that cusp. And they are getting ready to go on a road trip. You Are Here was all about going on that road trip after camp. And that was such a fun experience because if you recall, we kind of extended Camp Wannacraft into a junk journal jamboree. We added that extra little add-on to camp. So if you wanted to, you could continue that adventure and continue building onto your junk journal. So we did it so long, we actually did 3 collections together. So there was Wannacraft, there was You Are Here, and then there was Escape to Paradise. So it was kind of like this whole story arch of the 3 collections coming together. So I love this one. I love the mix of like fun, bright, kind of summer, and then like that little hint of fall in the air, which is this time of year. And I love them. Their colors, their patterns are quite unusual for a lot of our honeys. This was a really fun little collection. So I really wanted them included in our honey halfsies. So they are here. And then we have these, which I already started using. These are a special hand-drawn collection. These are different than the ones we had formerly offered. These are halfsies. These are hand-drawn for us, hand illustrated. They are based on other these ones right here, like for instance, some of these are based on actual honeys we have in collections. Like this is one from New Chapter. So is she. So we took honeys we actually have, and then we had an artist redraw them in this beautiful line art. And these are done on the clear sticker stock, which is wonderful. So I actually cut one out and used it. And I think I used one of these on the last live stream I did to demonstrate how unique and fun they are. Let me see. I thought I actually did it on camera and everything. Yeah, I did. So here's an example of how she turned out. So they look like you just kind of sketched it, which gives it that really cool mixed media look. Something that I couldn't draw by hand. So it looks like you drew it by hand. So there's two of them. There's one, two. So there's two different sheets, just like there's two different sheets on here as well. And then there's two different sheets in this set too. So this is a special collection. This was originally designed to be a gift for those who came with me to Tokyo. I had this little special sheet made, and it had like little phrases for like memory keeping. I updated it so it's more generalized, but these are like little miniature file labels, like little vintage ones, like for a file folder. But they're updated to be reminiscent of a word strip, but they look like little file folder labels, and they're so, so cute. And I think that they would make the most adorable little tabs at the top of your page. I'm looking around for the cards. I actually made a few cards to demo my products, and I'm looking around for them. And I used one of these. Here is an example of how I used one. So, like, here's one right here. So you can use them as like a word strip, or you can use them at the top. They make a really fun little tab at the top. And I'll show you tonight how I would do that. So there's blank ones for you to use. You could use the blank ones for writing out like a Bible verse on here to do labeling, or a date, and a name. Like if you wanted to use them for like identifying somebody, or a date in your memory keeping, or a date stamp. So they have a very kind of vintage look to them. So there are two different sheets here. And then, oh my goodness. Okay, you guys. Okay, are you ready? The next thing are digital products. And these I designed. This is one set of 3x5 cards. So I made cards for you that you can print out on photo paper, which is what I recommend, that really good photo paper. I think photo paper is strong enough to be a decent, stand-in for an index card. And this is actually my favorite, probably my top three favorite patterns. This pattern is used all throughout TRG. You've seen it in many, many, many many things we've designed. This is my favorite ledger. So I gave you these little ledger pieces. And so when you cut them out like this, you'll have a little ledger card to decorate, and you can blend these in with your index cards. So you'll get 4 to a sheet. And then here's another form of ledger, like accounting. Like, how cute is that? And then this really bright teal one, which I love. It's a map. It's a map of London. And then this is like a little slice of I think it's a Sears catalog. And this card right here is what I used to do this one. So, and this is actually like a little pocket that I made out of one of my little ruffled strips. And I just kind of stuck all those little pieces in there. So that's what you can do, is transform one of these cards into that. So they just cut them out of the sheet. And then this one is that pink on pink, like a dictionary sheet. So you get 4 sheets. This is volume number 1. And then I have another set, which is volume number 2. So this is another one of my favorite patterns. I love this pattern so much. You might notice too that a lot of these patterns are used in the gumballs and the hexies. This is one of my favorite patterns. Then I have these little tiny mini plus signs. This right here, I hope I can do it justice. This is like a little vintage 3x5 card. It looks aged, like it's really a vintage card, like it's kind of yellowed. So it's super realistic looking. Oh, my Lanta. Mark found this for me, and he made it for me a long time ago. This is what I did with this one. These were cards I made off camera. I made them for the pictures on the on our website to show you, demonstrate to you what you could do with them. So this is what I did with that one. And I absolutely love this card so much. I wanted to talk about this card later, but anyway, this is one of my favorite cards. I've never offered it before in any product, so I thought this was a perfect opportunity to include that. Here's one that's wood. How fun is that? And I used this one to make this card. So it looks like has a wood backing. And then this sheet right here, I used the strip right here that's like the pattern card strip right here. So I incorporated that into it. So it looked so cool to me. So that's how I ended up with that. So I wanted to give you guys some product and action photos on the website. So those are like little pictures I included. Here's another fun little pattern that's actually like a little illustration of a sewing pattern. It's pink on pink, and then here's an orange on orange dictionary sheet. And then here is another vintage graph pattern. So these are all patterned cards that you would print out, and then you would be able to embellish directly on them. So I am super excited to release these because I think these would be so fun, and they give you so many extra cards to work into your collection, and you can print off as many as you like, especially one like patterns that you really love. You can make multiple copies of them. You can use these to make greeting cards for other people. Like if you really like one of these, you could turn them into a holiday greeting and then add this to a white card and then use this as the embellishment on it. So you can buy a pack of like plain A4 cards, do your embellishment on here, and then paste it on the A4 card. So you could use that these could be used for holiday cards, birthday cards, Father's Day cards, all the cards. So these would have really fun because they're very, they're not specific to anything. So they have this just really fun vintage look, and they would give you so much versatility in making all kinds of fun things, projects. And you can also cut them up for, and punch them up for other projects as well. So those are the 8 projects that we have going. And if you place an order tonight, you will be getting a little scissors decal in your order. So that is all I have to say about that. So you have up until an hour after the show ends tonight to do that. And I assume that I'll be continuing to do that, offer a free decal as long as the supplies hold out. So I will continue that little fun bonus until we are all out. So I have the bingo sheet, which you can get by signing up on our website. The link for that is down below in the description box. And if you are in the clubhouse, if you check your clubhouse mail, your August mail, happy mail number 2, I gave you guys a fun bonus. It's this quotes and verses printable, and it has all these fun little quotes that you can cut up into little strips, and there's verses that you can do the same thing. So there's a sheet of verses and a sheet of quotes. So I was going to use those tonight to do some, because I really like putting quotes and stuff on my cards too. I just like using them on a card where I've like put like made a solid design going all the way across. Then it's kind of fun to put quotes on there. But I like a combination of like handwritten stuff as well as typed up stuff. It's kind of fun to have a mix of both. And I don't really have a lot of typed stuff at all. Most of my cards that have quotes and stuff are actually like this. They're my handwriting actually. Here's some blank ones. So anyway, so I thought that would be kind of fun, is mixing it up. So if you're in the clubhouse, check your happy mail for August, because I did give this to you that you can download. All right, I think that is it. So are we ready to go? Are we ready to craft? Are we ready to do? What are we doing? What are we doing? Okay, so let me take a sip, and looking at I'm looking at the chat room. I'm looking to see if there's any questions that I could answer. Will that be me? Okay, purchase again. Okay, so let me change face cam. Face cam. In so any of the previous camps and retreats that I've done, Mark and I are going to be uploading some of them to my new platform that we are building. Well, we have it. We just need to build the individual little, experiences back on there again. We invested in a platform that is it's like a lifetime platform. So we're not renting it. We're not paying a membership fee. It's something that we have for a lifetime. So that is wonderful. That means we're not moving anything off of it and no more moving around anymore. That's kind of been the problem. It's been the problem for us. So we're going to be building little things. Now, speaking of that, I am building something new, and I'm building something for this year. So I wanted to talk about that. I wanted to ask you about that. And I was just wondering, what does your calendars look like for fall, specifically like mid-October through mid-November? Are your calendars free? What's it look like over there for you? Would you be would you be free for spending a little bit of time with me? Are you up for some fun? Okay. I'm going to be getting out my new cards. So excited. So excited to play with new stuff. It just puts a little spring in my step, and I put my stuff away. Okay. All right. So I love that. Always free, always free, always free. All right. So you guys know how camps and stuff and little activities run. It's like you're on your own. You can kind of, you can tap in when you're able to. You can watch things as a replay. So it's not like you have to be, live and present for things. That's not how it works. So it's kind of like it's available and you're able to experience it on your own time. But that's when things would be kind of, if there are live things, that's kind of the time frame that they would be. But it would be designed for you to enjoy on your own time. That's how I try to build things, and especially that's how I will be building things, is knowing that you will have access and will be keeping it. Keeping it. It is yours to keep. So what I'm trying to do in building things going forward, my experiences, is I want to build things in such a way that you get to keep the foundational part of an experience. Like you get to keep, like you could purchase a workshop, for instance, and that's yours for the lifetime the lifetime of the product, the lifetime of TRG. And then there is this little the live part of an event. Let's say that was made up of, say, 4 or 5 live streams. That might have a life, like a life cycle of like a year, and then I would probably take it down. But everything else, everything that was pre-filmed for you, all the printables, all of the material that was done for that event, all that going into the little website for it, the experience of it, all of the content that was built for it, that would be yours to keep. And you could go in there and enjoy all the little bits and pieces. But something that was done like a live stream, that part might be taken out for reasons. But everything else might be, I'm sorry, not might be. Everything else would be treated like that's the core event. That's yours to keep. That's something for you to have. That is how I want to have things done going forward. So because the way that we've done things in the past is like everything's sort of been like on a little timeline where you get to have things for a number of years, and then that's the time limit. And mostly it's because we never had a place to like keep everything, you know, just keep everything for a long period of time, forever and always. So anyway, that's where we're at. So yes, Gen G, that's what I'm thinking is an experience, something like that. Something like that. A little we've not I did that rooted, experience in the clubhouse. But I wanted to do something a little different with TRG. I wanted to do something, try something new. So I thought maybe trying this. So I have something in mind. So I'm outlining it out, seeing how it will work out. So anyway, we will see. Um, so, so we're going to be moving things around. We're going to be moving, a lot of our prior workshops onto that platform. So once they're purchased, again, you will not lose access to them. We will be moving product over onto a new platform. So we will just kind of we'll stop using this particular store at some point. So new purchases will be handled on a different website, a website that I can run and I'll know how to use. Because the goal here is that I will know how to run things all on my own should I need to. So, oh, okay. All right. I will, let's see. Mark, is that something you can help with, is getting that address? I know Miss Craig might even have it on her website. That is wonderful. I can't believe you did that. Thank you so, so much. And Michelle, bye. Thank you for joining us. That is so wonderful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What a wonderful blessing. She's going to be so excited. Okay, I'm doing so much chatting, so much talking. Okay. So let me get going. Okay, so in case you weren't with me last time we were here, there's also some other new fun stickers in the store as well from the last time I did a launch. So that might be like, I don't know, 10, 12. I think there's like 12 new products then. If you haven't been here a while, you might be surprised. New stuff. And thank you for everybody who has been placing orders. I have been personally handling the little, not Mark's been pulling the orders, but I've been handling all the freebies and writing little notes, and just my cup runneth over. So thank you so much for placing orders and supporting me and Mark. It's a blessing. You guys are, thank you very, very much. Okay. We ride, we craft. It is time for crafting. It is more than time for crafting. Okay. Let's do a top down camera. Oh, also, sorry, right before I jump into crafting, I just want to show you something, because it feels like fall, and today especially felt like fall. The high was 72 degrees. I don't know what happened today. It actually was overcast all day, like it wanted to rain. So it was 72 degrees. That's what it is right now. It is kind of warm for me still. I'm such a baby. But yeah, I don't know what happened. So, but the leaves have been falling like crazy here. There's some trees over here. The leaves are like quitters. They're just falling like rain. It is glorious. I used to get annoyed when I would see leaves falling, because it's like, no, don't fall so fast. Like, hold on, hold on. Fall seems like it just happens so quick. But this particular park has many types of trees in it, and they all seem to fall at different stages. So it actually is a pretty extended season here in this RV park for some reason. And I don't think we're going to be here the entire fall. I think we'll be moving on to that other property. We talked to the owners just the other day, 2 days ago. So it sounds like we'll be moving possibly in next month. Maybe in October. So, I don't know, but I have fall on the brain. I'm all like stocking up, getting prepared instead of buying candles. This year I decided to get wax melt. So I got Cuddle Up, pumpkin vanilla latte, spiced pumpkin pie. This one's my favorite. This one is warm leather and amber. So I was placing a Walmart delivery and I decided to go browse their little wax melts department online, and I grabbed some of these. And then I grabbed I'm hoarding this. This is a fragrance that Mark bought me when we were dating 10 years ago. We are celebrating our 10-year anniversary next weekend. And so when we were dating, he bought this for me. Not this bottle, but he bought this fragrance for me. It is my absolute favorite Bath and Body of all time. It just smells so scrumptious. And I made such a big deal about it that I think like a few years later, because I actually used it all up. And a few years later, he found a seller on eBay. I'm assuming eBay. He never told me. But he found someone selling it online and he got me a bottle. So this stuff is like 10 years old, but it still smells as good as it did when it was like new. It smells amazing. It's called Perfect Autumn Day. So I only use it in the fall. It still smells incredible. I don't care what horrible I don't know. I don't even care what chemical process is happening to it. It smells amazing. So I brought that out. I'm just stockpiling fall here on my desk, just getting ready because it's around the corner. I can feel it when I went outside. I was gently dragging the hose out there gently. I learned my lesson. Do not yank a hose. When hoses fight back. Yeah. So when I was gently taking the hose out there, I just realized like I could feel it felt like fall today, and it just like it's around the corner any day now. Any day. Which is amazing because it's August 23rd, and it just doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like it would be it doesn't seem like it would be coming that early. So I'm very delighted. Okay. So tell me what are your temps like where you are? Do you feel fall where you are? Maybe, I don't know if everyone like Marina, do you feel fall in Mexico? I know Mexico is like it's very southern, closer to the what do we call it? Because like even in Florida, you don't really I don't know. I've been to Florida in late August. As a rough time to go. It doesn't feel like fall's approaching at all. And I've been to Florida in January and it didn't feel cold either to me. So I don't know. I'm not probably a good not one for telling, but I would be curious. Like, can you feel fall in Mexico? Can you feel fall in more of our southern hemisphere? No, Mexico's not really in the southern hemisphere. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. That it's above the equator, but it's like, right? Yeah. But it's that swath of geography. I just love showing my ignorance on YouTube. It's awesome. Just words. I just don't know. So yes, we have fall. Not quite in Texas. Texas has not got the memo. Annie says nope. It's the 90s. Laura, it felt some fall too. Awesome. Robin got some fall in Northeast Washington. Chris said yesterday, yes, but today, no. It was like a faucet. Yes, no. And hey, Jan, good to see you. She says she's dying of heat stroke here in Texas. Yes. Oh my gosh, I can only imagine. All those central states. I know it is like, I don't envy you guys. I would not envy you, but I'm pretty sure that the heat here might be on par. I don't know. We should go head to head on like the heat because but it's so much drier in Texas. It's just weird. I don't know how it's so green here. It's weird. Let's see. Jonna says it's fall. It gets fall here, leaves and all. Heather's not feeling fall in Monterey. It's still humid. Okay, so Marina says that in Mexico it gets very hot, specifically in the south. But do you feel fall when fall comes, like in October and November? How do I explain this? Because the only parts of Mexico I've been is I've been to Ensenada many times, and I've been to is it Cancun? And I've been to Cancun. That's as far south into Mexico as I've been. And I didn't see anything that would give me the impression that like anything looks different. It kind of reminds me of Florida. You know, Florida doesn't give you an impression of like you can see anything change, you know. Texas, I feel like Texas does have foliage that changes. The South does. I was in Georgia. The trees changed. I've seen it with my own eyes. So some states do know how to switch over, but some states here and I feel like there's a lot of tropicalness, a lot of heatness that just is like, nope, we don't do fall here. Let's see. Yeah, I would love to send. Today was a miracle. It was a miracle. But I will let you know, even though it is it is a cooler day, I am very hot and sweaty right now. So I did not turn my air conditioner on, and I wish I really had. Erica it says it's 59 and raining in Seattle. Boo! She says with jealousy, oh my gosh, I am so jealous. If only I could just like click my little heels and wheel myself. Miss Claire, she's in the UK. Miss Claire, what temperature is it there where you are, where you're enjoying your little tea? Let's see. Karen says it's still 90s in Louisiana. Robin says it's 60 to 70. Humidity. So yeah, it's pretty hot where you guys all are. Yes. And Bethany is calling for, I have 123 in the chat room. Usually does the chat reflect all of the actual live viewers? I can't remember if it reflects all live. So I'll use it as an example. So there's 157 people in the live chat and I have 53 thumbs up. You can thumbs it down if I'm really if my chat displeases you please, but any thumbs up, thumbs down, any direction is fine. It just, it's just any attention's good attention. So give me one or the other, okay? That's all I'm asking for. And all you have to do if you're watching on your phone, you just have to minimize the chat room and then hit the thumb button and then bring back the chat room. That's all you have to do. And you'll be right back in there. So thank you very much, Miss Heather, for placing an order, because apparently I'll be able to see orders coming in. The Google notifications are coming in on my tablet. So yes, Marina, yes, that's probably it, isn't it? I went to the beaches. Point. I didn't go anywhere else but beach. So yes, that's all I've seen. I would love to experience another part of Mexico that is not beaches. Okay. So let me see here. Right? Yes, Mark just said so yes, Chris, that is amazing. We looked at your channel and I just want to point this out. Janice and Chris here in the chat room, who participated in Camp Reset with us. Chris has one of Chris, you have the oldest YouTube channel I've ever seen, like personally, with my own two eyes on YouTube. Because how long YouTube actually was available to the public looks like you probably joined it within a year of it being public. Less than a year, you started your little channel. So that's amazing. Amazing. That's amazing. So just that's pretty cool that you've had your channel that long. So Heather said, Corey, remember you said once we can like the video and take it back later. That's true. I did. You can give me a thumbs up and then like let it roll. It's like a deposit, and then by the end you can decide, did I really earn that like? You could take it back. But giving me something helps YouTube decide whether or not I am worthy of, giving it a little boost into the algorithms, and perhaps other ladies such as yourself, because that's probably who would find it, would say, oh, what is this? The Late Night Crafty Club. I'm a crafter. And then we would find ourselves meeting new ladies. Our craft club is open to other crafters. So come on in. So that is what this helps, especially during a live stream. That is very helpful. So that is what I would love if you could do. Okay. Thank you, Margaret. It's very proactive. Okay, so let's get crafting. All right, are you guys crafting with me? Are we not crafting? Claire says it is very windy in England. It's 16 degrees. However, I'm sure that you mean I'm guessing you mean at 16 degrees Celsius. Because here in America, we decided that we wanted to be different than everybody else and we use Fahrenheit. So therefore, all Americans are completely we're all helpless. We have no idea. What does that mean? We're different from everyone else. Let's see. Somebody do the math for me. What does that mean? What's 16 Celsius? Is there like an easy cheat way of knowing what the difference is? Like, is there like a math formula so that when someone tells me I can easily do math? I've never done that before. I should probably do that, is figure out what's the cheat code. So 16 Celsius is about 60 Fahrenheit. Thank you, Jennifer Gober. Okay. See, that's a bad, what if I round up? So 20 is about 60. Doesn't that feel like a better ratio? It just doesn't feel like it's a good ratio, does it? That's math that I don't think I'm prepared for. That's my worst subject. Okay, John is crafting. Margaret is working on her 2021 Camp Reset junk journal. So many fun memories. Agreed. I love that little Camp Reset journal. That's actually one of my favorite ones. I believe that is the 1980s little junk journal. I just made that little junk journal kit. I made that available for sale again as like an upsell. If you purchase something in our store, you could purchase that at a discount. I loved that little junk journal. That was really cute. So I would love to bring that back and put that into as a workshop, because that was really fun. I really love my junk journal. You are old school. That was a fun find to discover that, Mr. Chris. Jody, welcome. And Jody, see, look, you guys, look, we found it. It worked. The thumbs up found Jody. First time I found you. What did I say, you guys? I said, if we thumbs up, the YouTube algorithms will help pull in a crafter. And look, Jody comes in and says, it's the first time I found you. Jody, welcome to the show. It's actually a show where I'm supposed to be crafting, where it's a late night crafty club. It's not really late night. I just think it sounds cool. And I was excited to craft, but I find myself chit-chatting with my friends instead. But it is meant for a crafting time. This is a show that I created for introverts. A lot of us are introverts that usually find ourselves home on a Friday evening. But we would love to have you. So Thank you for joining us. It worked, you guys. We reeled one in. Say hi to Jody. Claire says that she's lying in bed. It's 3 a.m. and Claire is on her phone in England. And hi, Lisa. She said she found some of her old Late Night Crafty Club stickers. All right. So if anybody is crocheting, or you could be, there's all kinds of crafting, not just the paper crafting. That's my preference. All right, I'm gonna go do my top down stuff now. No more talking. I'm gonna do some crafting. So I got this is the last set of cards I did off camera, and just putting them out for my inspiration. I really enjoyed those. So I think I'm gonna do one on this tonight. Where are the honeys that I just set aside? I really have really liked these outline girls. I didn't think I would like them as much as I ended up liking them. So these girls are fun. I really like the variety of their clothing. They have a lot of unique patterns in their clothes, which is actually why I was interested in using them, because they're kind of different. Like this girl with her striped clothes, like this is an excellent pair for this one, I think. She is perfection. However, I do want to trim her. Okay, so Chris digital journaling. Jan says working on needlework. Jen's shopping on the website. Let's all give Jen lots of room, lots of time. Just kidding. Okay. I think I saw crocheting going on too. Okay, I see your request, Justine. I feel like I do know that all of our we have released many digital honeys. I know that actually most of our honeys have been digital for this is the first time we've been putting honeys in sticker format actually. Um, so I know that we have a lot of digital girls. They have been released into the wild. So I'm going to use this girl right here. She's going to be she's my muse. And then I'm going to get some other goodies set up. Let's see. Lee is working on cleaning off her desk because she just can't until she can't keep her eyes open anymore. Oh, there's a nice breeze coming in. So, oh my goodness, that looks delicious right there. So already this ledger paper is just, it's lighting. It's making my heart sing. Like literally everything I'm putting on it looks delicious. Okay, so I gotta figure out. Let's see, what do I want? What do I want? Anna says, I think I have every digital honey available. I kind of, I don't know that how much digital, I don't really know how many honeys I have actually. I don't think I have them all printed out really. I only have a few. But these ones right here, Justine, these are not. So I will talk to Mark about these being digital, because I understand what you're saying. I will confer with I will ask about those. We did have some digital, not digital, I'm sorry. We did have outline type sketchy honeys for a while in the store. And they are now, they've been, what do you call it? We have discounted them. We are putting them on sale. Speaking of, oh yes, we decided on using the word sunset. Um, did I use this before? This feels like a thing I've used before. I feel like just use that card. Oh, I know what I want to do. Okay, I'm gonna use the hexies with my honey. I'm also going to put my hair up because it is driving me crazy. It's touching my neck and it's hot. Yes. Okay, one moment. What did I do with so I had a hair clip. Where's my hair clip? Where's my hair clip? Okay, can't find it. All right. Now, if I'm going to put her on here, I'm going to make this pattern over here. So I'm going to pick out some randomy, but because she's part of this, I want her to be in the scene so I know what's going to be here. So I have been working on um a fall. In addition to working on my new website and branding and everything, I was working on a fall adventure, thinking about doing something for fall. So that is what I was kind of pondering and wondering if that, um, is would try to hopefully, obviously, get that done before Thanksgiving. Okay, I have a question for everybody. It's going to feel like a kind of a strange question when we're really we talk about crafts so much. But I have a question about your email inbox. How do you feel about your email inbox? Is your inbox, your email, is that something that you are very protective of? Is it something that you actually spend time, like, do you actually go through your email pretty carefully? Are you careful about what you subscribe to? Do you feel like it's pretty overwhelmed, like your email's overwhelmed, so you don't really look at much in your inbox? Do you guard it very carefully so you don't really let a lot of email subscriptions, like you don't really subscribe to a lot of things? How do you manage your email inbox? And I'm not talking about your work email, I'm talking about your personal emails. That is my question. That is my question for discussion. Okay. All right. I got that solved. Okay, Jenny says, "Hi, Jenny. My inbox is my adventure world. I love going through it and deleting some, looking at some, flagging some for later. I do go back to those. My email is overwhelming, but I clean out regularly to stay on top of it." Heather says, "I check my email inbox every day, but it's impossible for me to keep up with everything. But now I check up on certain ones like yours for sure." Melanie says, "I keep my email clean, sorted, important things put in folders." Halia, "I get over 50K emails, hard to keep up with it." Oh, I got over. Um, it's not a silly question, Miss Bethany, and it takes its own proprietary staples. It does not take the mini staples. It literally takes the teeny tiny staples that are made for it. So you wouldn't be able to use mini staples for like mini staplers. They would not work. Um, Jen says, "Mine is super full and overwhelming. I do like when tier." Well, thanks, Jen. Uh, I've tried unsubscribing from many, but it doesn't seem like it works. I agree. Sometimes I feel the same, that I've unsubscribed, but then I see it right back in my inbox again. Jody says, I check and clean out every day, but it sometimes gets ahead of me. I hear you on that. Annie says, "I only subscribe to what I really love, try to delete file things the same time I read them." Are you guys primarily using like, what's your primary email provider? Do a lot of you use like Google, Yahoo? Are some of you kind of old school? You're using like AOL, Hotmail? Some people, some people are really attached to like their original email provider. So it's kind of funny when I run across, especially with people our age, that we're still like, like people still use Hotmail and AOL and stuff. It's funny. Um, Hi, Tish. Can I put a request to restock your physical stamp sets? I love the Faith Girl stamp set. You know what? We are going to be going back to my mom's house shortly, and I will grab more of the Faith Girl stamp sets. I think it's possible we have run out of those, and I know there's more in her garage. We also have some kits. We have Faith Girl kits, like an entire Faith Girl collection that's like kitted. So I was going to grab some of those. I don't think I don't remember how much we really promoted those. So I'm going to grab those. Um, so I'm going to restock. So I will absolutely get those, and thank you for asking about them. Anna says, "I'm caught up on emails, subscribe then unsubscribe if I change my mind." Lee says, "I subscribe to a lot, but I've learned that if I'm not going to shop at that store today, then I will just delete them." Jonna says, "Last year I spent months cleaning out of my email. It was over 22,000 unread, and I got it down to 700. Wow. That's goals right there." Shelley K says, "I have one address for ministry, family, and one for companies, ads, businesses." Yep, that's what I did. I started multiple email addresses for different reasons, because one of them I just gave up on. It was just too overwhelmed. Bonnie, hi, Miss Bonnie. "I have 3 personal emails. They all have a rank: personal, junk, and really don't care." Yes, I think we can all relate to that. I just don't care. Sometimes it's like I'll sign up for something. I just want the thing, but I don't necessarily want all the stuff that is sent to that email. So I'll just use an email address that I don't really care about, but I'll use for signing up for something. Sharon says, "Hi, Sharon. I have 3. I absolutely guard them against all political stuff. I've subscribed to Christian, friends, family, and crafting emails only." Rachel says, "I keep up with the emails, and then I switched from devices. So when that happened, I no longer had a way to put my iCloud account on my Android." Yes, that kind of stuff is tricky when you switch back and forth. Chris has been filtering out subscriptions lately. So, yep, lots of Gmail, Yahoo, Hotmail. Okay, so mostly the Gmail and Yahoo, Hotmail. So one Hotmail. Yep. Penny says, I have so much work email that my email is the last thing I want to do. Yep. Rachel says, I have 4 personal email addresses. Yeah, I'm in that group too. I I mean, I have a lot of email addresses. I just created them for totally different reasons so I could sign up for different things and keep them all in buckets. So, like anything like health related, I have a whole email account for that. Anything creative related, I have a whole email account for that. Anything related to TRG, like learning about business, um, anything in that realm, trying to learn about business, being a better, business person, whatever you want to call that. That's another email. So like I created whole email accounts just for different purposes. And honestly, that's where has been working well because then I can just ignore what I can't focus on. So it looks like a lot of us are really Gmail Gmail peeps for the most part. I have really, I think I was kind of a little, I don't think I gave Google, Gmail as much respect as I should have. I think I kind of, I didn't appreciate a lot of the features about it that I appreciate about it now. I was just kind of using it and I wasn't really taking advantage of its features. But ever since I've started this new life as like I'm going to kind of redo the Reset Girl and start all over. I started a brand new email account and then like a brand new Google account. And ever since I did that, I've like tried to really understand and learn all the little things it can do, like the tagging, just like labels, the fact that it can label your email and you can make folders and your separate things and label things so you can find something again. I was like, wow, I never took advantage of this. I didn't know you could do this. I would just leave things in the inbox. I didn't realize that if you labeled it a certain way and then archived it, Mark's the one that got on me about that. That you could summon it up again if you ever needed it and it didn't have to sit in your inbox. He says, I don't understand why you leave everything in your inbox. And that's just the bad habit that I'd always had is just, oh, you just leave it in your inbox so you can find it. And he said, no, you, you give it a label. So, and then you archive it. And that way the labels, they'll show up, they'll show up as a little organized little they look like a little folder system and then you can conjure it back up. And it's really neat because the labels, you can actually label multiple, like one email can be labeled multiple ways. So I don't know. I just thought that was really cool, but it got me thinking about it. And I just wanted to ask you guys what your thoughts were because I have really been trying to learn a lot about email because I have been really terrible to you guys. I have been awful. I have not been a very good, I have not sent you guys good emails over the years. I have not been good about, I've not been good about that. I haven't given you what you deserve. So I have been really trying to learn about being like a good nurturer. Like be a good, like that's the one thing you should be really taking care of as what I've learned is when you have, what do you want? When you have like a brand and you have like a newsletter list or email list, that should be the thing that you do really well at. And that is the thing I've done the least well at. So it got me thinking about it. And I started asking myself, like, how do the people that I email, how do they look at their inbox? What do they do with their emails? My open rate's pretty good. I mean, for being technically I'm a business. For being a business, most of my open rate's pretty good. A lot of my people open my emails, but I've just never wanted to be that like a business and someone who's always pestering you guys to buy from me. Like that's not what I want to do. My philosophy is like if I don't have anything really great to say, then I don't want to be another email in your inbox. So that's why I was just curious. What is email like to you? Is it overwhelming? Is it fun? Like do you have fun email or is it all just like, I just wanted to know what your email experience is like. What do you do with your email? Because I think about that. I know what it makes me feel like, and I know what it feels like when someone's pressuring me to buy stuff. But I want to I tried different things. You guys remember I had a newsletter called the Weekly Reset? That was fun. I tried to like share different things that I found on the internets. I love curating stuff. I love finding cool things and then sharing them with you. So that was a fun thing I did for a little while, but I couldn't keep up with it because I was trying to do other things. So, going forward, when I think about like, what do you want to spend your time doing? You know, if you're one person, this is all the bandwidth you have. What are the things you want to do really well? And the one thing I really want to do well is I want to be a really good someone who does really good emails, things that you guys want to open. And so I just have to, you know, think about that. What can I say to you that would make you want to open it? How do I craft messages? What can I share with you that would be worth you opening it and not make you feel like, oh my gosh, I have another email to deal with. That's my goal. I don't want to be another email you have to deal with. Okay, I think that's super cute. Okay. The other thing that I really liked about this idea of doing the quotes this way was I had so much space to be able. This is what I thought when I was typing them up, because I'm gonna cut one out, and even though I could totally write on here, I'm gonna cut one out. Is my little fun little doodles and stuff on it. So like your direction is more important than your speed. That is so for instance, what I mean by this is I love doing things like putting little boxes around words, doing my little underscore, doing a circle, like a messy circle. So like doing something fun like that. I did print this to sticker paper. Thank you. Thank you, Rachel. That you make me feel better. I was I was I was going through my emails the other day and I realized I have this pattern of I'll read an email and then my brain can't make a decision what to do with it sometimes. Sometimes some emails they make you think and you're like either you have to take action on it or you want to think about it more, and if you want to think about it more, that's the problem. It's like, well, what do you do with it? If I archive it, I feel like I'll never see it again, out of sight, out of mind. But somehow in my head, if I leave it in my inbox, I'll see it again. But technically, you won't, because it's going to get eventually buried. So it's kind of a weird thing. It's like, how much information can you really hold on to, and why is it so hard to do something with that information in the moment? Okay, so your direction is more important than your speed. So like that. Okay, so let me get stuff out of the way. So that's like that's kind of like my what do I want to call it? My target. And then I love doing like the extra little boxes around it, but maybe tonight I will do I have these little vintage colors. I'm going to get my mustard pen, which is my favorite, and I'll use it on here because it'll look bomb. So let me get my glue sticks. Well, thank you, Miss Terry. So I'm definitely going to, oh, I don't need my glue stick. Did I just tell you that I printed it to sticker paper? Oh, my Lanta, that would have been the second time I put glue stick on sticker paper strips. Oh my gosh, I literally just told you that. I printed this on sticker paper and then I'm sitting there grabbing my glue stick. Is that muscle memory? Maybe that's what it is. I am so silly. Oh my goodness. How is it that I am still doing these silly things? Okay, your direction. Isn't that a great quote? Is more important than your speed. These are the things I need to tell myself because I feel like I am moving like a glacier. So I want to ask a question. New question. New question for the class. All right. Okay. I am putting these little mustard boxes around here. So as we continue to get older, do you find that you are giving yourself more grace in how long it takes you to get things done? That you're not pushing yourself to do things as fast as you used to? I think it's fair to say that a lot of us grew up in kind of a very much in a get it done, hustle, hustle, hustle kind of. And that's a hard mental thing to break. But I have been really trying to adopt new strategies because that I'm just not. I don't think I'm wired to work that way at all. As much as I've tried, I feel like I'm set up for failure. Um, I just don't. My creative uh whatever you want to call it does not operate that way, and because administrative stuff doesn't I'm not is even though I worked in that field for so many years, I don't seem to be able to do it very well for myself. So it's just very interesting that I have been moving like a glacier, and it feels frustrating at times, but I'm trying to be very patient with myself. But what do you guys? Are you kind of embracing this new? Actually taking kind of like a page out of the millennial playbook because they are very big on the kind of moving at a slower pace and being very they are very self-care oriented, and being much more kind to yourself and working within your abilities more so than I think we ever were when we were younger and more in when I was in the corporate world. I would never have thought like that in a million years. So it is kind of funny. I have come around to being more open-minded to like what a lot of people are actually saying. And I'm like, I realize, you know what? I get it. I get what they're saying. And I actually do need to work like that. So there you go. Chris says cruise control. I don't rush. That's the speed I need to be at. So Justine says, yes, that was actually a pledge to myself on your new daily sheets. Oh, that's wonderful, Justine. All right. Terry says, you aren't alone. Um, Heather says, yes, definitely giving myself more grace, but I'm always praying that God will help to streamline things I do in every area and slow down. Jen says, I can't work that way by myself. I keep telling myself done is better than perfect. That right there, I used to treat that like kind of a cliche. I didn't take that very seriously. But I do now. Now I think I have absolutely integrated that more into my thinking. It is now more important to me. The problem with that though is when I am wrestling with that, that means what I'm doing, what I'm offering to you ladies is not going to be perfect. My idea of perfect. And trust me, I know that whatever I think is, that level of perfect is still flawed. But and my launches have not always been, they're not perfect. There's always been issues, and I've had to accept that. That's a lot of stuff that's happened over the years. I've just had to roll with. I've had to depend upon graciousness of people, and has been terrible. There's been many moments where I felt like crying, but yeah. If I hadn't learned to roll with that, I would have just had to quit doing this because what other choice do you have? I mean, it's do this on my own with all of its imperfections, or go back to work, in corporate America and go work for a company with a big team, like I used to go work in marketing again and have a whole team of people doing a launch. And then there won't be all the issues, that I have had to deal with. And then it would be different and I won't have to feel like I do. So that's the trade, is like I could go do that. So this is interesting what you realize over time. You're like, okay, that's the trade-off, is done better than perfect, or do I need to keep killing myself trying to make this? Sometimes I just have to accept the fact, like, you're a little small brand. You're not this big thing. You don't have a big department of people. You don't have a team. I mean, basically it's just me now, and Mark helps me from time to time, and that's okay. That is what it is. And so if you have to work with what you can do, and that's because everything else I've tried has not worked. And all I want is peace now. I just want peace. I just want to work in peace, not in the craziness. So I love these clips so much. They just feel like they just add something so special, even if they're not really doing very much. And this one isn't really doing very much. But these are from Tim Holtz, these little clips right here. And I feel like what it does is it adds this little industrial touch to it. I know it's not doing any heavy lifting, but it just feels special. It's almost like adding a tab to your card without adding a tab. But speaking of, let me show you how I would use these little things as if I were going to, treat it like it was a tab. So let's pretend. So I could do two things. I could do a blank one and add like a date to my card, like here at the top. That would be one way to do it. Or I could put a colored one on here, like documented, which I like. I actually like this one a lot. So this is kind of how I envisioned doing this. So all I need to do is get a strong backing for this, because it's too thin, obviously, as a sticker. So my plan was to put it on line it up in the corner of an index card like this, and then cut it out. Actually, I feel like I need to use my even more powerful, my readers. I feel like I need even more powerful readers. These readers are like 6x, like they're so powerful. You have to like hold them like 3 inches from your eyeballs. But now I can see. These are like magnifying crafter glasses, or they're not just for crafters. They're for people who do like people who probably like work on watches or little tiny things, like do painting, stuff like that, like really fine work that's tiny. So that's basically how I envisioned doing this. So I've now put a little backing on here, and now I can, okay, now I'm going to trade that back. So you could do it on the front, which I think I'm going to do, because it'll look a little bit dimensional that way. So I'm going to do some glue on the very lower edge of my card. Oh my gosh, that looks so good. I love this paper and this pattern and all the stuff. This card is so cute. Okay, and then I'm going to add, just for security, I always just feel better when I secure my tabs with the attacher. So that's how you can use these little tabs, the little labels that we put on sale. So the blank ones would be good for like a date or whatever you wanted to do. Like if you wanted to treat them as like little dividers for your recipe box or some kind of like card system that you wanted to do, and they're just like fun and vintage. You could do that, or you could use the style. I just thought I love using a tab like on every card, so I just thought that would be another fun little bonus of adding that in there. I'm also going to circle a couple of these numbers on here like that. Oop. Okay. Okay, so that was fun. These are the glasses I was talking about. So this right here, look, they're 6+. So most readers are like in the ones or two, like most people when they start wearing readers, they'll get like say like one, like our age group would probably be a 1.5, a 1.75. And then as you get like, I feel like by the time you're about 60, you're probably, if you had normal vision, your optometrist is probably getting you into the 2s. So these are 6s. So they're very powerful and they're great for like if you're really like, what is that? Your close vision is kind of crummy. And you like things like needlepoint or fine painting. Like even when I was doing the mini me adventure, I was using these to paint my mini me's. They are wonderful. Mark bought these. He uses them for cutting stickers so he can really see the cut lines. They came in a pack of like 3, I think. That's why I ended up with one, and I love them. But I only use them for very special occasions because that you really do have to hold them very close to your face. So, anywho, okay. So here is this card. I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna keep going, and then I probably wouldn't use them for reading in your Bible because you'd have to hold them up, to hold everything so close to your face. I would suggest I've been meaning to mention these, and I meant to put a link in my description box. These readers are on Amazon, and I bought a pack of 3. These are called progressive readers. So these are very different than normal readers. There actually isn't a lot of them on Amazon, and I'm betting you money that they will start flourishing on Amazon before too long. So progressive readers, the lens of these is different. So the bottom of these are like normal readers, and then the middle part of them gets a little less strong, and then the top of them is just regular plastic. So you can keep them on your face and have like the ability to see a little bit further away without needing to take them off. All these years that I've been doing, having to like look on the camera and read the chat room and talk to you has been so difficult when I've have to keep taking glasses on and off to be see what I'm doing. All the glasses I used to be able to wear on, on the Late Night Crafty Club, all my normal eyeglasses that I've always had, like my classic little cat eyes and all these. The problem is I can't read with them. They're not good readers. Ever since my diabetes diagnosis, my vision has changed. So these days, all I technically use is readers. The readers, the typical ones, I can't see at all, can't read the chat room whatsoever. So when I found progressive readers, it was like, it was amazing. So now I can read the chat room, which is a good, I don't know, maybe 2 feet away from me. And I can also sit here and look at what I'm doing. So they're a miracle. They're wonderful. I can see myself, I can see the chat, and I can sit here. So progressive readers, ladies, if you find yourself wearing readers most of the time, but find yourself needing to take them off to be able to see the TV screen, look them up because They are fantastic. They are wonderful. And I hope that there will be more available, that they're going to start catching on and more people will start wanting them, requesting them, and we'll start seeing more options. Hey, Ellen, guess what? That tab punch. So they actually updated the tab punch and there's now a new version of it. So it got updated. And so now I know that was a painful season for TRG when everyone wanted that tab punch. But the company is it EK Tools, Fiskars? I can't remember the company that makes that tab. Oh, it was We Are Memory Keepers. So they made a new one. So it looks different than the one I have, but yeah, they rolled one out. So there's one out there. How cool. So bye, Shelly K. Hello, Miss J. Sheeler. It's so good to see you. Welcome. Oh, welcome. Okay. Justine says we call them multifocal in Australia. I get mine custom made to suit my vision. Ah, yes. I tried that too, Justine. I got like I paid for expensive glasses and I had my the long distance vision done and I've had it done twice and I can't wear them. They don't work. No, it's like the reader part and the other part, they don't work together. I don't know what the problem is, but they're so expensive I can't keep trying it and I I don't know if it's cuz diabetics sometimes have issues with their vision your blood sugar can actually cause your vision to change throughout the day. I don't know what it is, but it when you're just looking for readers alone and not having all of the different types of glasses, like all the needs you have, because if I have glasses that actually have the long distance and the readers, they just don't work. They don't do everything they're supposed to do. So these little $7 glasses instead of the $400 glasses, yes, this is my these are my new glasses. And honestly, I realize now I cannot do anything without these now. That's how advanced my little need for readers has gotten. I feel like I can't see stuff now without them. I don't know what happened. One day I was gloriously I'm fabulously still, what is that? Like you still feel like you're young and fabulous. I'm not. I can't see stuff now. I'm going downhill. So I got another card. Hang on, not this card. I already made a card out of this pattern. I'm going to make a card out of a pattern I haven't used. Let's do that. I'm excited to use these patterns. So fun. Ooh, I'm going to use the blue one. Okay. All right, going in. Top down, top down. All right. Okay, so I'm going in with this blue one. Okay. And so fun. Now, I love a contrasting honey. That's usually my goal is I'll pick a girl that pops out from. So usually like a girl that has a pink dress on. So let me show you the harmonizers. So she would be a harmonizer. This girl right here, her dress actually looks kind of white or pale blue. It's a little hard to tell. She definitely is a harmonizer. She's a harmonizer, and so is she. Actually, I feel she's like a halfway between. Her little kerchief she's got on kind of makes it a little poppy, but this girl in yellow, she's doing it for me. Plus she's got this lovely little strawberry blonde hair, so she's a possibility. Any of the girls up here, she's kind of a possibility. This girl in green and blue is lovely. These are very tonal. They're very much in the same tonal family. So she's got a nice possibility. I want to see which one. Yeah, see how much more she just kind of like, she just really pops off the page. And it doesn't mean that every honey needs to pop off the page. Sometimes it's fine that they're kind of blending in a little, or what I call it harmonizing. It's just like they're more subtle or softer. And there's nothing wrong with that, because sometimes that's what you want. You want it to blend a little more. You want her to be in sync with other elements you have. My my style, I think, is for things to pop, or kind of, I usually want my honey to have the attention, I guess. Okay, so I'm kind of taking the little white trim away. So I'm sticking her there because I want to get an idea of what I want to put on here. I like this quote right here. I think on this one, I think what I'm going to do this time is I think I'm going to put the strips down first and then add the little doodads. I hear a train a coming. So this quote says, "A negative mind will never give you a positive life." So there is a train a coming. Okay. And let's see here. I wanted to see on this one if I could. I just grabbed my what do you call it? My little treasure box of paper that I have in here, and I just noticed this paper sitting there, and I thought I want to add a little extra um pop to this pattern so that it has a little contrast to it, which might make me change my mind about which honey I want to use. That might change things up, because now does she even pop anymore, because she's got that yellow background. So that might actually change the entire plan. Now we might change things up. Now I might want a honey with a kerchief, or what should we got going here? Oops. Well, I definitely don't want the honey with the green dress, so she's still out. I don't want her or her. So nobody on this sheet. She is a little bit more neutral now. This girl right here, she's got more of a neutral. Yeah, she's a little bit more neutral. So I'm going to put this honey back because I need somebody perhaps a little bit more. I'm going to trim off this. Okay, so I put my girl down, and I think what I'm going to do is also I'm going to add a couple of my fun little doodads and my strips. A negative mind. So I'm going to do this. All right. What's everybody working on tonight? What are you guys doing at home? Oh, and where's my notes? I had other questions I was going to ask. We talked about the mailbox. What are you guys working on? What is the craft or activity you are doing while I am doing this? What are you doing at home? Okay, I am trying to get the backing of this. Ugh, get off. Okay. Miss Martha asks, will you be offering the digital fall crafty playbook for sale? There was one fall playbook that was created, and that was the fall 2019 playbook. We did not do a fall 2020 book. So if that's the one you are asking about. Okay, so is that photo paper sticky paper? The photo paper is not sticky, but this paper right here that I'm using, I printed my word strips on, this is sticky paper. The photo paper is not. It's just the regular photo paper. So Jody is doing diamond painting. I find watching people doing diamond painting very relaxing. It's very soothing. John is doing a 3x5 card. John, I look forward to seeing your creation in the clubhouse. Lisa is doing a list of items to take for a retreat that you're going to. Awesome. Heather's said I've got an inspired notebook where I mostly write out lyrics to my for worship, song, and scripture. Diana says I'm doing index cards. Lovely. Anna says I'm sorting embellishments and organizing. Halia says I'm just done doing my dishes. Jody asked, will you sell the quotes you're using? I have not put these in the shop. These have not gone into the shop. If there was interest in them, I would do that, but only if there is enough interest in them. I just made them as a freebie. I personally love the quotes. I handpicked them myself, and then there was verses too. Heather says, oh, Sherry Susan says making an index card. I'm loving it. I want to hear more people making index cards. I'm actually hoping that this is going to be the new thing we're doing next year, is making index cards together. Who's with me? Can I interest you in that? Because those of you who used to love doing listers got a list. You can always do a list on the back of a card, I can create prompts to go along with this as a challenge. I'm considering doing this as like a monthly challenge, is doing the cards, and you could use the back of your card to do journaling or responding to a prompt. And then what I would love, my goal, let me show you. I showed it at the beginning. My goal is, so my personal goal right now, there's just colored index cards in here, but my goal is I want to get this filled first. So that would be my first goal, is I want to have all of this filled with my delicious cards. And then I have a bigger box. It's probably this long, and I want that full. So I want that full by the end of next year. That is my goal. And I would like you to come with me on that adventure. So I want you to, just like we did Listers Got a List, just like we've done the Crafty Club playbook, I really want to get everybody involved. And that's why I tried to also point out, this can be a very inexpensive, very easy craft to do, because you can essentially use an index card. You don't have to buy my printables or anything. You can use your stash a lot of us have pretty sizable stashes of paper goods, stickers, things like that. And if you don't, excuse me, embellishments are very, very easy things to acquire and can be inexpensive. That was one of the things of value I wanted to do was to make a feature on my upcoming blog, was to do like a feature of like showing you like, here is your basic toolkit for a, simple crafting, because I consider this to be a very simple crafting project. Personally, I think somebody with very minimal crafting skills could enjoy this and get some confidence with their crafting and enjoy doing this, because each little card is pretty small, so it doesn't take very long to complete one. So it's an opportunity to experiment. So this is a really great project, I personally think, to do as a community, and then you're going to have this wonderful collection of cards to show for it. So, I mean, imagine how great that's going to look and feel when you have this great big box. And then you can choose to do whatever you want with your cards throughout the process. So you can treat them like scripture cards if you want to. You can make a whole collection of those. You can do a mix of scripture cards and lyrics, positive quotes. I like having a mix personally. You can just do cards like, you can mix in just having collage cards like this, where I just like just trying a technique I like and just making fun cards. So you can do a mix of things and just have this fun collection of cards. I'm going to keep selling it. I'm going to keep pushing it. And by the beginning of the next year, I'm warning you now, I'm coming out and I'm launching this hard. So I'm going to be calling it from the mountaintops that everybody, please come craft with me, come make cards with me. You're going to love this. It's going to be so much fun, and you're going to be so happy with yourself when you have this big box of delicious cards to gaze upon when you are done. I have never, I've gotten to make some of the junk journals we've made in camp, and that was very satisfying. So this has been a dream of mine for many years, and it's happening. This is it. Do 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 do. And you guys can come along with me on the adventure. And it would just be more fun if you did it with me. You know what I'm saying? With me. Deborah Peterson says, I'm gathering my supplies so she can join in making cards. Awesome. So that's why I thought I'm going to start talking about the cards. I'm going to introduce them on the Creative Reset. I'm going to start talking about it. And I'm just going to do this slow lead up about the cards until the end of the year. And then when the new year starts, it's all about these cards. I'm going to have a name for it by then. I'm going to have a proper challenge all set up. And then that will be one of the things that I do with my emailing you, will be just like I used to with Lister's Got a List. So that's what's happening. There you go, Margaret. That's the spirit. And I love that term, a tiny scrap buster. So a lot of you ladies who are involved in the scrap world, you know that they all have a lot of different challenges and stuff for ways to use up your stash. That's a way to look at this, this is an excellent way to use up your stash. There's ways to challenge yourself in little micro ways. That's what I want to use the prompts for, is to challenge you. And that is actually what the whole purpose of the bingo sheet is actually doing that. Like, these are such tiny little micro prompts. So I am going to knock off some more because favorite. And let's see, stickered. I did sticker tonight. Oh, stamped. I stamped this. This whole background is all stamps. The word documented, I stamped it all over. So that was stamped. Shared. I did that tonight. I shared all of the cards I made off camera that you guys didn't get to see on camera. Quoted. Heck yeah. I made a whole bunch of quotes. Yeah, I did. I'm very generous with myself. Punched. So I haven't punched anything lately. Pattern. This one I made a pattern of dots all around here. Like I made a point of doing that. I have really been loving making these little pattern dots on things. Man, that little white paint pot, this little paint pen. Did I lose it? Uh-oh, I don't have it. That little paint pen is magic. I need to get another one. I wish I had gotten it sooner. The one that I used here. Oh my goodness. It's so easy to use and it's so fantastic. If you don't have one of those little, I don't know what I did with it. Well, rats. I've already lost it. If you don't happen to have one of those little there are paint pens that you kind of like press down on them and the nib kind of like pushes back into the pen. It has like they're not like a Sharpie. The nib actually has give, so it like pushes back into the pen. I don't know if that makes sense to you or not. They're a paint pen, like an acrylic paint pen. I have owned the Posca pens. I never actually opened them up and used them. I'm very lame. So I don't know if that's how they work. Let me know if... Okay, so Anna says Posca. So yes, they must work that way, but I'm lame and didn't ever use them. So I bought them for Camp Reset to do the rock painting, and then I just didn't do it. And I'm not even sure if I still own them. They ended up in my I don't remember giving them away, so I probably still own them. They're probably in my storage. I just can't have everything all at once, where I can get to it. So it goes into storage, then I really can't get to it. So anyway, the bingo is sort of a warm up to this process, like to give you an idea, but I have lots of patterns that I've been doing all over the place. So I'm going to give myself that. And obviously made. Yes, I made. So the ones I think that are going to be a little tricky is this one painted, because I don't tend to use paint very much. I do have paint, technically. Let me see. Okay, this is my one thing of paint that there is no getting around it. This is paint. So I just need to find a way to get some paint on my card, and I can give myself this. So washi. Okay, so I'm going to go for this one, washi, and get that one out of here because I really want to go for a blackout. Who's with me? All right, so I'm going to pick. Let me go with my cards here. What you want, what you need. You guys, I cannot tell you enough. It's hard to see on camera, at least it is for me. I can't tell, like on the monitor, it doesn't look that awesome. This is such a delicious card. It looks just like a faded vintage card that's like yellowed, something you'd find like in your grandma's attic. It just is so yummy. So good. Is that the right card? I'm gonna try it and see if the washi will look on that. All right, I'm pulling out the washi. I didn't really finish this one, did I? Not really. Okay, I'm gonna use this one for washi. What time are we at? I really didn't get started right away, so I might have to go a little longer. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I think I'm gonna do my offset lines. Oh, I asked a question and then I didn't even look at the answers. How rude. I asked you guys what you were doing. Let me go back up here. So diamond painting, I did look at some of the answers. Okay, I'm not entirely rude, just a little rude. I just stopped in the middle of it. So Bren said cards, Terry cards, Janice cross stitching, Nancy just finished a canvas, cards. Oh, so I do see some cards. So Martha says yes. Okay, so the fall 2019 Crafty Club playbook is available. I will ask Mark about that, Miss Martha. We will resurrect that one because we did make spring available. So that would, oh, I'm sorry, we made summer available. So that makes sense that we should make fall. So thank you for reminding us because we should make that available. Margaret is working on that camp reset. Serenity's doing cross stitching. Um, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna get the camp reset 2018. I'm gonna go through it and clean it up and put try and see if it makes sense to put it back up again. But the 2021 camp that I did that was like 1980s themed, that one I think should go back up there. Some of the ones that I've done, I think had really good projects in them. The year that we did, I think the 2020 junk journal one, that the camp reset in 2020 that was 10 weeks long. Is that the one maybe that's the one I'm thinking of I can't remember now which one that was. I should have given them names because that would have made them easier to say or remember. But I'm going to get them all cleaned up and be really clear on which one is which. And then eventually we're going to get them all back up again and, priced, because I know a lot of you had already taken it, done them. So I'm not trying to gouge anybody for them because they're going to be very simple, little fun, like come back in time and do you guys remember this experience? I want to call them experiences because that's what I'm really trying to do is give you guys an experience. Rachel, the index cards are from Amazon. I do have a link in the description box for heavy duty. Make sure everybody, I do want to make that caveat. Anywhere you go where you're buying them, even if it's, you're just running into the office supply store or Walmart or Target, make sure the brand, like the cards you pick up say heavy duty, because index cards, especially at back to school time, they will sell those things for 50 cents a pack. And that's great. And the kind of cards that kids need for flashcards, it does not matter if they are thin and flimsy. It matters if they're thin and flimsy if you're going to craft with them and you want them to last. So I am suggesting to you that you splash out a little bit more money for them and not go for the cheap ones, because that's not which is like archival quality and something you want to last. So the heavy duty ones, in comparison, they might be like $2.50 a pack or $3 a pack or $4 or $5 a pack, depending where you buy them. So they just might be more, but they're still an inexpensive craft supply, when you think about it. So that is what I am suggesting to you. On Amazon, they might be more because obviously the shipping involved, they put them up a little higher. So you don't have to get the ones that I put on Amazon. I'm only listing them there in case you can't find a heavy duty style. But that is what I really highly recommend. Well, awesome, Heather. Well, I'm glad that we have lured you into the paper crafting. So I know that I know not everybody is a big paper crafter. I know that there's like a variety of crafters in our community, but I definitely, good night, Marie Louise. But I definitely wanted to try to bring like this is to do something that was like a simple paper craft that everyone could get in into. Uh, Bye, Jody. It was great that you joined us. Thank you. That was funny. I never ever, that's funny that that's never happened where I've actually pointed out that if you guys like the video, it'll bring somebody to our live stream, and it actually worked. Okay, there we go. And okay, I'm gonna slap some paint on this one. Ooh. Oh wow, it like literally just comes right up. Now this is paint I bought for the mini me jamboree. Let's see. That was, what year is it? 2024. So I think the mini me adventure was 2022. I have a hard time remembering. I think it was 2022. So I genuinely do not know. I feel like I'm just gonna put smushy dots. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know if this is gonna be a big mistake or not. But I'll just have to look at these smushy dots and go, that was a big mistake, but I tried. Okay, I'm gonna just take a little bit. Okay. Actually, I'm not really living up to the message on this card. It says a negative mind. I'm sitting here being super negative about it. Instead of being, it's going to work out great. I'm just going to experiment. There. It's like little clouds over the map of London. Oh, Lisa, if you're still there, look, it's wait, not Lisa, Claire. It's I have a London map, and it looks like clouds. It's like we are looking from Mary Poppins' point of view down upon London. All right, look, it's turning out okay, and it's drying pretty fast too. I'm gonna move it onto the things too. All right, that's my first shot at trying to make this mixed media. You know, those ladies always are so good at adding all the paint and the fun layers and stuff. And first, you and Janice should join. Should make the mini me do the mini me adventure. I think you guys would enjoy that. We had a lot of fun. I'm going to get that re-uploaded, making the little mini me. That one will definitely come back. Okay, I probably should wait a little bit longer for the paint to dry. Still, it's not even dry yet. I'm just mowing through it. Um, let's see here. I think what I want to do is bring this in. I want to break up this weird look that I have going on, like this weird L. I didn't mean to do that. So I'm going to break it up by sticking this right here. So now it's gone. Gone. And then I'm going to bring in some dots. I feel like I have so many embellishments and things to add that I'm not getting to everything I could be using. There's just so many things. What are my options? Whew. Okay, I know what. I want to come back here and finish this. Okay, I'm going to finish this. I'm going to use these stickers first, and then I will come back and do the dots, the any other embellishments. I want to make sure I've done. So I'm doing an embellishment to the letters, which I think this is so fun to do that with. And then use my doodads and stuff to do that. And I need to stop being afraid of paint. I need to start trying to use it more. I think that's why I put that prompt on there was really, I'll be honest with you, I think that was kind of for me because I'm afraid of paint. And I knew that if I put it on there, that I would force me because I know how I am and I really want the blackout. And it would force me to use it, which I did. And I just need to know how to use it better. I don't know, like a better way of using it. I've seen people use it and they're like, it looks so effortless how they end up putting it on or using it with their finger. Like, and that's what I want is just to use it in a way that's super effortless and it's not difficult. Okay, so let me move this embellishment. Ooh, I'm going to use one of these fun little stickers. These are from last week's launch. I can do this little postage one here. Oh, my Lanta, how cute is that? These are like so it's like they're cheater what am I trying to say? It's like they give you the feel of things giving you that mixed media look without having to do the work. It's I don't know, it's a little bit like it feels like a little bit of a cheat. Okay, so I love that. But I feel like I want to put a little bit more on here. I can't have too much. Donna says, close your eyes and okay, I need to wait a little bit for the chat room to move up so I can see what the your full comment because there's a heart that's blocking your words on my end. I can't see what your whole thing is saying. So okay. Close your eyes and do it on a background or hold on at the very end. It will free. Okay. I will and I shall. That is a really good that's a good advice. That's the kind of stuff that you know how people have like I've seen people say things like have like an ugly what do they call it? Like they'll get like a blank book and say this is my ugly book or something like that, like it's a place to just make ugly art. So like it's intentionally like just testing stuff out, like know that it's bad. I've seen someone talk about that. I've seen someone say like this is like a really good idea because then if it's bad, it was intentional. And I thought if I do another workshop or something, I'm gonna suggest that too, is that we should have a a crummy notebook that we don't care about and say that we need to have something that we can try stuff out in. So I should lead by example and do it myself first. Okay, so that looks so cool. These little elements are so fun. They really do look like this makes it look so uh mixed media, which some of you know how to do mixed media for realsies, and I'm cheating and making it look like I did it. Like this looks like a legit stamp. Like, I really stamped these things and I did not. But that looks so bomb. I love that. Okay, so am I done with this? I need a tab. I need a tab, a tab, a tab, a tab, 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 tab. Where did I put that? Where did I put a tab in here? Here it is. Is that the right tab? Is that too bright? I feel like that is clashing with that one. Okay, I have a tab box. I have a whole box of just tabs. Oh, that's the other thing we have for sale is we have or had for sale. I think we've sold through them, but we have more perhaps in our storage. I'll have to look. All of these professionally made tabs. These are fantastic. And they are like some of them have gold foil. But I shall have to look. Okay, so this one is yummy. Does that clash? It does not clash. Ooh, it has a month on it. That was meant for like a planner or a playbook or something. Or oh, speaking of planner. So I have a question, girls. Everybody. When do you normally buy your planner for the following year? When do you start shopping for your new planner? And do you already have your planner? Like, do you already know where you're going to buy it from, or do you like to go like see what else is available? That's a I like the single ones. I think I want a single one. Ooh, that's got a birdie on it. How cute the little birdie is. Okay, I think that's a possibility. I like that one that's the speckles. That one's music. I have ones that have month names. Some of these are from our printables, I can tell. This one's got wood. Annie says I started looking already, but I always change my mind and buy more than one. I hear you, sister. Oh, look, same pattern. That's where that pattern came from, right here. This has got gold foiling on it. Oh, I think that one's too dark. This one's wood with a flower. Gosh, this is my life's work now is trying to find the right tab. Ooh, yes, the Forever Fall Girls. Oh, love these. I will set that tab aside. It's very delicious. Okay, I just found some more options. Here's a tab and here's a tab. Okay. When Hobonichi releases their new planner. Lisa, do they do that in September? Is September their, I think that's their release month. Sherry says I like to shop around soonish. Bethany says fall. There's no such thing as planner piece, I've learned. That is true. I agree. I agree. Um, Jonna says I like the passion planner. I Okay, so I am actually thinking about re-releasing the Faith Planner, redoing it, updating it, redating it for the 2025 season. And I'm wondering if those of you who had purchased it before, if you would be interested in repurchasing it. I think that was a really nice functional planner. I also am going to do a regular planner. So I was wanting to do two planners. Two planners this year. Okay, word strip. Do I have a word strip? Oh, yes, I do. I'm going to use one of my TRG right here. How about this? A negative mind will never give you a positive life. And then the little word strip to put on here will say life is good. Huh? And then I'm always put a little staple to hold it. So So I really, really okay, I've always wanted to do a honey planner because I would personally like a honey planner. But I have the the layout that I personally like using, um, I noticed that the Erin Condren, one of the Erin Condren planners they came out with a layout that looks very similar to the one that I have done in the past that I really like. They've kind of, and please hear me. I'm not saying they copied me at all. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the layout they did is similar to mine, the style that I like. And it just made me realize, like, once I saw it, that if I did a couple tweaks to, it's the dashboard thing. And you know how you guys, I always do like a monthly dashboard, and I have like that whole little monthly section where it asks you about like, what did I do this month? If I kind of made that a little less, like the, I don't know, like made it more functional, less cute, and more, how do I say this? I really liked it. I like a black and white planner. I like a really simple, plain black and white planner because then I like to do the embellishment myself. So I wanted to release a planner that was that really classic black and white, simple planner. And then it allows you to do all of your own embellishing. The really highly designed stuff that I've been doing isn't really what I wanted to do for a simple planner. So, but I really wanted to do that style of like monthly dashboard thing that I do that I really like. And when I saw Erin Condren did something similar to it, I was like, oh, see, it's a really cool, it's a really cool function, like an idea that like even they did that. And they had the faith planner has the same type of weekly layout. Or maybe it's the planner. I have my own personal planner, and I don't remember if I released it or not, but I have my own planner, and maybe the Faith one's like this. The layout is very unique. All of the days of the week are kind of laid out so that they're all kind of like on one page, and they kind of did the same thing. So when I saw that they had that style, it just kind of made me remember that my planner was like that. And if I made mine black and white, it would look like theirs. It would look like that. Mine had the potential to look like that. And then I really liked that. Does that make sense? I already had a planner. Like it had the potential to look like theirs. Only I had made it first. Does that make I just want to be clear about that. Um it was really cool that I was like, oh, see, that's what mine could be if I took away all the color and everything and then just kind of made it more functional. And I really liked the look of it a lot. I saw a picture of it and I was like, oh, that's like my planner. But, it's different, but similar. It's different, but similar. Bye, Ellen. Okay, so yes, I personally love doing the embellishment on my own. All of the planners I had in the past, that when I was decorating planners, I just love a simple planner. Like, you guys remember like maybe you guys still use these planners, and I don't know because I'm not really like observing or watching the planner community, but the day designer, that very simple, just no color planner. Um, I just really like that type, and you just kind of do everything on your own. Everything's sort of very subtle, and then you add all the fun, right? You know what I mean? You're adding all the fun. But it would be fun to have a honey planner where you still have all that functionality, but then and maybe you have like vintage fonts. So like you have the typewriter font, so you do have some vintage touches, and then you have the honeys. So the honeys would be, maybe there's a version with honeys. So uh it's planner season is around the corner. So I've just been thinking about it and I'm trying to be like think in terms of like, having a shop again, and that's my little shop. It's my shop. And what do I want to put in there, because I'm going to put these things in my little shop. All right, here's my other card. So here's my little card. Does anybody have my introvert friends? Does anyone have a picture of yourself like this when you were a child? Do you have those awkward little introvert photos of yourself? Because I feel like I have an almost identical picture of myself like this, only it was with Santa, where I was just like not having it. I didn't want to smile. I did not want to be up in front of everybody. That's my picture with Santa where I was doing this but my arms are crossed in front of me and I'm looking down and I look like I want to die. And I was probably, I'm guessing like 7 or 8 years old. And that when I saw this little girl, it reminded me of me. So I just wanted to ask my fellow introvert sisters, do you guys have any photos of yourself in your little introvertedness, your little awkwardness that you can remember? The awkwardness of your introverted childhood. I cringe at that memory now so badly. I wish I could have that moment and do that over again. My grandmother is the one that took me and my brother, but I did not want to get up in front of everybody to go get my present from Santa, and I was just dying inside. I just like, it's funny how when you look at things and it's like how your behavior even as a kid is just so like you are who you are. I guess even as a child. And like what little kid is like that upset to have to go up in front of other people to get a present? Just funny. Not to your memory, huh? All right. Come on, introverts, please. Don't leave me hanging here. No awkward moments as a child. No, none of those things that you can remember that you're just like, okay, it doesn't have to be a photo, but how about an awkward childhood memory, introvert memory? Rebecca Foster. Oh my goodness. I just thought of you. What is it? Yesterday, 2 days ago. And here you are. My amazing ability still intact. I can't believe it. I literally just thought of you. I feel like I just conjured you up. I'm so happy to see you. I was just thinking about you, thinking to myself that I hadn't seen you in such a long time. And here you are. It's good to see you. Okay, so I got to get some washi on here. Oops. All right. I got some washi. I'm going to try and get this washi off painted. I get to cross this off. Get this off. That's done. Unless you count a not so thrilled kid on a horse, I'll take it. That counts. I'm sure there's that I'll take it. Oh, Rachel. Yeah, that makes me feel better. Thank you for sharing that with me. That reminds me when I turned 5, my mom, my aunt, and a couple of other friends and my close family went to Chili's for dinner, and the staff came and sang happy birthday to me. Embarrassed, I started crying. That makes me feel better. Yes. I specifically would ask um the same grandmother when she took me out for my birthday. I would tell her, "Grandma, please don't tell anybody it's my birthday," because I didn't want them to sing happy birthday to me. I feel you, man. There you go. See, that is like the lot of awkwardness. Okay. I'm getting my washi on here so I can knock this one off. I have no idea what I'm gonna do here. I just want to get a background going. Some of this washi is super old. Like, how long can washi last? What is its lifespan? What's my oldest washi in my collection? I want to say this one right here is one of my oldest washis, and it's definitely really bad, in really bad shape. I might just need to throw it away. It doesn't even want to come off the roll. Okay. Um, trying to find the right color. This is my TRG washi right here. We still have rolls of this. I want to find a way to sell it or get rid of it. Can you believe that we will be celebrating 10 years of TRG in this fall? I want to do some kind of fun thing to celebrate that. 10 years of the Reset Girl. That does not even seem possible. Does that does that even sound right? 10 years. But that is when I mean, I guess well, let me put it this way. 10 years of the business. I established the Reset Girl as a name, a URL in 2008, but the business itself got established and we opened our little sticker shop in November of 2014. At just okay. This this washi crumbled bad. That one didn't go over well. Rachel says I found you in 2015, early 2016. Awesome. Woohoo. I love this washi tape too. Thank you. Hi, Sarah. Rebecca says, getting my first shot in the arm in early grade school. I was screaming and yelling, and there was a picture that was taken at that very moment. Oh my goodness. Did your parents remind you of that? Like, bring that back to your memory? Remind you what a little terror you were for that? Okay, microwave your washi for 5 seconds and you can use it. I will try that because I do like that washi. It is a classic. It has all my. I feel like the shade and everything. It's very TRG colored. Oh, Penny says I miss the cute little listers got a list boxes. I still have my Murphy monkeys. Do you guys remember the little Murphy monkeys that came in the listers got a list kits? Those were cute. We ended up with a box of those little Murphys that were all like they were they were the ones that were kind of like deformed, they weren't they weren't really good Murphys. So we didn't want to put them in people's kits. So that's what I have in the storage is I have a little baggie of them. Like they're misfit Murphys. We should probably Mark, what did we do with the misfit Murphys? Did we end up putting them in boxes at one point? I feel like we talked about offering Misfit Murphys at one point to people in orders. Like we were going to do that. I can't remember now. Okay, so I have these weird strips of washi. I have this fun little strip of a bigger ruffle of paper that's like I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. Am I putting a honey on this? I'm not sure. Is this a case for the ooh, maybe it's a case for one of the outline honeys. One of she feels like she might be the right honey for this. Feel like it's kind of like I need a sassy honey. Oh, Jonna says, I remember the first live video on Periscope where you first showed your face. Oh, the days of Periscope. Oh my goodness. I have that one Periscope that I did that's look how cool that looks. It looks like I drew her on there. That looks so cool. Like it's kind of hard to tell that she's a sticker. It looks so neat. Hi Sharon. I am saving them. I'm saving the Murphys for the Island of Misfit Toys. Um okay, so let me see here. So the scriptures I picked for on the quotes and verses sheet are they're all from the Psalms. They're all Psalms because I just think the they're bomb. They're absolutely bomb. So I'm gonna go with this one. The thing about word strips, which I like, is that you don't have to. At least my philosophy about word strips. Let me put it that way. Is that I don't try to cut them perfectly. I like them to be a little bit wonky. Um, okay, I think I interrupted myself and I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, so the one set of Periscope videos that I actually have on my Reset channel is the one time I actually talked about resetting the resetting your life. The only time I've ever really talked about it, and it was like an impromptu, probably badly executed video talking about resetting your life, and that is a Periscope, which poor Periscope, they didn't make it. Okay, everything is hard before it is easy. I need to remind myself of that because right now I am in the thick of it. My gosh, there are so many hard things to learn how to do. There's so much tech I have to learn and so many things I wasn't doing right. How have I been doing this for 10 years and I was doing so many things wrong or badly? Huh? It's crazy. I'm just extremely blessed that you guys are still here. Thank you for staying. Thanks for hanging out with me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Because I haven't been doing this very well. I really like adding the messy lines. I just do a lot. I just feel like it. I don't know. Okay, so I need to do something to balance this, but I don't know what. I don't know what. I don't know what. I'm going to make this one the same way. I have a lot of color going on over here, so I don't necessarily want to put it over here. So I'm not sure how. I kind of just like jumped in and just tried to like be brave and just throw stuff in here and not think too hard about it. So now I'm trying to figure out, how do I balance this a little better, because she feels, I don't know, she doesn't feel like she's, I'm thinking. I got my thinking cap on and I'm over here trying to figure out, how do I make her feel a little more balanced over here? Hello, hi.
Hello.
What's going on?
There's only 12 of these left.
What? How many are in here?
Maybe I need to see how many we ordered. I
Okay.
think we ordered 50. So we may only have like, I'll double check.
Wow. Are you going to have a free little golden scissors tonight? Because this was a limited run. We just placed one order from the company, and that was it. So this was a little limited edition, and we wanted to reward the Late Night Crafty Club members who come. And I understand that not everyone can come for different reasons, but when you do show up, it just makes my heart so happy, and it's the whole reason why I'm doing this. So I just wanted to reward. I just wanted there to be like a nice reward for people who can show up, and so I'm not sitting here by myself. So it was like there was something in it. And if you are able to, place an order or support us, we just wanted to have something nice, a little extra something. We have some really cool, fun freebies right now too. I try to put freebies, and the freebies that I'm putting in right now are they are previous collections that we've released like all the way back in 2015, 2016. So I've been putting the original stickers like Sweetie, Sweetie, Smarty. What was that one? I'm trying to think of all of the so after that, so there was,
Okay.
there was Dreamer. I'm trying to think of that collection of stuff.
Gotcha. And yes, there's only 50 of those scissors.
Okay, so
There's only like 12
so
left.
Mark says there's only 12 of these scissors left. Okay, so, I know. Okay, I'm not going to use that. I'm going to use a word. Um, I can't use these gold ones because they're thick, and I feel like I'm just adding bulk to the card that's going to be it's just going to be all thick inside the box and add unnecessary bulk for no reason. Look how fluffy the cards are getting. Oh, so excited to see my little card collection. So another thing, I feel like these little ruffled, another fun thing about them is maybe the possibility of using them as like a tab at the top, just because they're fun texture. Okay, I need to find a way. Oh, dots. Okay, I need my Sharpie. I'm gonna do dots. Now, if I could make big enough dots, if I had that really big cool paint pen, but I don't. So, okay, I'm going in, so I have to use concentration. Oh, that's a good idea. I don't know that I can do that though. That's true, Penny. You are faithful followers, extremely so. I am very, very blessed. She does. Anna says she looks like an undercover agent. Yes. I asked Mark to darken her glasses. I don't know that the original had such dark glasses, but you're right. She does look like she's Undercover. Um, Hello, Miss Shelley. So I think I'm gonna do a little, let's see, I'm gonna at least do that and see maybe that will perk up the deaf, I don't know, like give her something going on over here because I feel like the design of the card is very top heavy over here. So let's see what happens. Okay, so anyway, getting back to um me and Mark had pulled out a bunch of like stuff out of our storage. So we found all of these stickers that were left over when we closed our office and we held on to them. So I have gone through them. I broke them all apart into little packs. And so when someone places an order, I have been going through and looking at, the history of that customer and then putting together a special little freebie pack for that person, writing a note. And I've been like breaking down all of the different stickers and finding like little connections to like the little sticker uh collections that they were originally in. And so there's like there was Flourish, and then I found I'm trying to remember all the collections I could find. There was Flourish, there was Meaningful, there was I can't remember all of them. Simple something. And it was so fun finding all of these. Dreamer was the one, but it's kind of weird though, because I don't know how many of you would like some of them, because some of the collections we had, like the Planner Girl stickers, they were probably for younger. I think sometimes younger girls may have liked them, but I'm not sure. So I kind of wonder, like, should I put this in this order? Um, so I have that's what I've been doing, is putting I just feel so much gratitude for my customers, and I have really been enjoying using all of these totally classic TRG stickers from the past and putting them in there, because they're the sticker stock when we closed our store, and that was the last of the stickers that we had cut, and when we closed our little shop, and we still have them, and they are still fantastic stickers. Like, the quality is still bomb. They still look great. I've used lots of them. I've pulled out a lot of them myself and used them. So I I'm surprised. Stickers have like really good longevity. Okay, I am adding little dots. It's kind of a strange pattern now. So it looks kind of weird now, but it is what it is. I'm in too deep. I've I can't undo it. It's finally time that I have a card that's kind of like that weird card that I'm like, I don't know. I have loved every single card I've made. I just jumped in on this one with I was just all in, just willy nilly. So this is what you get when you're willy nilly and you don't think too hard about it. This is what you get. I was just trying to do the prompt, and the prompt was washi. So this is what I get. I get a card that I'm like, oh, isn't there a prompt? Okay, it's not the prompt, it's a sticker. I just thought of the perfect tab for this. There's, there is a sticker. It's one of the little, here it is. There's one. Meh. This is the tab for this one. It's meh, because that's how I feel about it. This is definitely not a card that I love. It is a card that is crossing off, it's checking off a box. So, just for the record, this is crossing off my painted. Oh, no, not painted. I'm sorry. It's not painted. It's washied. It's the washied one. What else do I got? It's not squares. Pattern. I just did an ugly pattern. Anything else highlighted? All right. So I still have pink punched squares and highlighted. Okay, here's what I'm going to say. I'm actually going to give myself highlighted, and this is what I mean by highlighted. I don't necessarily mean like a highlighter, but highlighted. I have highlighted the words in these word strips by putting little circles and underlines around some of them. That is highlighting the word. So I most definitely did that. I'm going to do that right here and do it right there. So that is highlighting, friends. So again, you can interpret, that's the brilliant thing about this. You can interpret this however you want. Also, you can give yourself multiple prompts on a single card. So you get to decide however you have achieved this. No one is grading your homework. Be as generous with yourself as you wish. So I still have squares, pink, and punched. Okay. I have learned a lesson. Do not rush in and do something willy-nilly. Okay, so let me get this. Where are we at? 8:50. Wow. I've gone overboard. I've gone way beyond the limits of my live. I smell popcorn in this house. This house of no carbs. We have a box of popcorn from before when we were. Oops, I just accidentally cut it. I can't wait till that popcorn is gone and I don't have to smell it anymore. That's torture. Okay, how did I do that? Okay, I wanted to do it on the back. That's what it is. I love spending time with you guys doing the Late Night Crafty Club again. I want you to know that. I really genuinely look forward to doing this with you. This brings back so much fun times and memories. I look forward to doing this. I'm going to take off next Friday, and then I will be back the Friday after. So this Friday coming up actually is the Friday after might be Labor Day. I don't actually remember. My wedding anniversary was Labor Day weekend. So that's why I chose it. But I'm not looking at a calendar, so I don't know. In any event, I am going to do it the Friday after next. So I'm just giving you a heads up. I encourage you to get yourself some cards before then, and so that you can join me. How fun is that? There's my meh card. That's how I feel about it. So I managed to get out 3 cards. I did a lot of talking tonight. I needed to promo my stuff. I did. And we had to catch up a little bit. So I do have a few more to go. I really wanted to knock these out before the end of the month. So I will try to I'm thinking I might do a new bingo. Does anyone have a blackout? Let me know. Is Dion? Hi, Dion. Oh my gosh. I thought of you too. After I saw Rebecca, I I wonder where Dion is. And you show up too. Are you guys like texting each other? Rebecca shows up and then Dion comes in afterwards. That's crazy. Good to see you. That is good to see you, sister. I hope everything is well in your tiny house world. Let me know. Does anybody have a blackout yet on your bingo sheet? Because I'm so close. I'm kind of trying to decide. I'm trying to decide like what my thoughts were on how long I planned on doing a bingo sheet. I was thinking I'm not sure if my thoughts were to have like a bingo sheet for the month or maybe that's what I'll do is I'll just update it for September. Get yourself on the Late Night Crafty Club newsletter, and that way I will email you. I'll update the link And those of you who sign up to be on the newsletter after, the new month will get the new one. But those of you who are already on it, I will email a fresh bingo sheet if I update it, which you know what, I'm probably going to update it. I may not update the prompts. Maybe I'll just, I don't know. I probably will update the prompts. Now that I've actually been doing them, I will probably update it. Give myself a little bit more of a challenge. What do you guys say? So, okay. Dion, Rebecca, are you guys going to craft with me? It's super easy. This is simple, simple, simple crafting. And you guys can do, these can be scripture cards. The majority of the cards that I have made are all scripture cards. Like this whole box is all scripture cards. I have been sitting on these cards for like 5 years. 5 years. No, 6 years. Sorry, 6 years. So, longer than that. Sorry, longer than that. I would love for you to join us. So this is going to be the fun activity we're going to be doing. So those of you who want to just have a bomb, incredible collection of scripture cards, those of you who want to have a nice little mix, those of you who would love to have like the other fun thing I wanted to share, and this is going to be part of my overarching part of my workshop that I want to do. I have it all kind of sketched out, but you can treat these like treat these like a little memory keeping. You can put little fun memories on the back of them, like record something that happened that day. You can use these to record a fun quote, something that you love. Kind of like, well, I don't want to say too much because I really want you to see it unveiled in my workshop. But I really encourage you to craft with me. Look at this time. The last part of this year is sort of a warm up to it. And then we will go full blast into 2025 with this as our project. And just think, in 1 year's time, how many cards you're going to have. Every time I do a Late Night Crafty Club, I'm averaging like 3 to 4 cards. And that's because I'm doing so much talking. If you guys were doing this at home and you're not doing you're not doing that and you're just sitting there, it does not take me very long to do a card if I'm doing it on my own. It truly does not. So you could be whipping out like 5 to 6 cards, possibly, especially if you have a nice curated collection of materials that you love to work with. This is a great way of using up your stash. This is a great way. I mean, everybody has goodies. And if you don't have goodies, I can easily show you how to get goodies. Look how tiny the amounts of paper and embellishments that you need to have something really super cute. It doesn't take much. I don't even have to use fancy scrapbook materials and I can still have something cute. So yeah, I'm going to keep encouraging because this would be really fun. You can even make little sets of cards for your grandkids or your kids. I mean, imagine how precious these are going to be to your kids one day, because none of us are getting younger. We're only getting older. And one day, these are going to be precious, precious, precious. If you want to use these to put your precious memories on the back of them, like a lister's got a list, I can make a set of prompts, to help you do that. And then this could be a memory box. You could make a set for each of your children to share with their kids about them. What a precious gift that could be. So I really want you to embrace this. I'm going to keep being a cheerleader for this craft because I would really love for you to join us. And that includes Chris. I'd love for you to join us, sir. Janice. All of my friends who do not necessarily, papercraft, like those of you who are my crochet, sewing, my fabric crafting friends, those of you who, you enjoy the textiles. I invite you humbly to join the paper crafters. I'm just telling you, I would love for you to give it a try. And I really think that you will become smitten. These changed my life. everything I have done since this. Hey, that's great, Chris. If you guys want to do digital cards, that's fine too. You can do it. Because you can do that on your computer while you're watching me or not watching me, but like being on the live with me. So if you are a digital person and you like digital scrapping, there's tons of digital scrapbook stuff out there. And if you are familiar with Canva, there's templates to do index cards on Canva. So if you feel comfortable in that sphere, I encourage you to do that. All I'm saying is that this was life-changing. Everything I've done since then, my playbooks, my camps, it's because of this project. Everything you guys have enjoyed the most, have loved and talk about, like that you miss, all of that exists because of this. I mean, I don't know how else to say it. This was my breakthrough project. And I was a very different kind of crafter before I did these. When I think about how I used to work in the planner, it looked very different than all the things I learned from doing these. Like, this was just life-changing. So that's why I encourage you, because you have no idea what you're capable of. And I want you to truly, truly fall in love with your creativity, your ability, your gift for moving paper around, developing an eye, and genuinely loving these little bitty canvases. And you can make them, elevate them with your most precious scriptures, your precious memories, your thoughts, your favorite quotes, and elevate them to even be more special. The coolest thing that I find with stuff like this, if you're trying to remember something, because for some people it's easy to remember how something can look. It's sometimes have found in the past that I can remember a verse because I remember the card that it's written on. I can associate the look of the card with the words. So just saying. There you go. So Dion and Chris and Janice are the digitals. There's I'm trying to remember who else likes digital in our community. So yeah, there's digital crafters, and that is a totally legit form of crafting, in my opinion. I have done it myself to make stuff for you guys, to make some of our printables. So I enjoy digital crafting as well. And to make some of the stuff that I've produced for the shop. But there's a delicious feeling when it comes to paper. The textile and the dimension of it is unique, but not everybody needs that. And if you get just as much pleasure in just moving graphics around, then that's all that matters. It's the fun of it. So anyway, if you want to mark your calendars, and I will see you not this Friday, but the Friday after, I will get another live stream scheduled. And excellent. Awesome. I see Janice is a physical crafter. Nice. So that's good. Then you are familiar with all the craft products. You have access to them, Chris, is what I'm saying. Lisa says, thank you for your time. Thank you for coming, Lisa. I'm glad that you were able to do that. So that is wonderful. And Dion, it was wonderful to see you and Rebecca. What a fun treat. It's so funny how both of you show up. When you show up, you guys show up together. That happened the last time you guys popped in. You both popped in around the same time. Well, I'm glad, Dion, I'm glad that you were here, and thank you very much for your kind words. I would love to see you do some cards, because I bet they would be bomb. So, okay. So Mark just pointed out that I needed to be on my face cam. So anyway, yes, I had an idea of making some cards like cassette tapes and printing album art, then writing or typing a chorus or lyrics. I love that from Rachel. That's a wonderful idea. There's so many different ways that you can play this out. And here's the thing. Once you get started doing something, you will come up with other ideas. You're going to get in this little flow, and then it'll springboard into other things you can do with them. So that's what I hope for you. And so it was just, I'm glad you caught us too, Tish. It's nice to see your little face. It's been a while. And it was great to see you too, Miss Rebecca. I'm so glad that you showed up. That's so funny because I just thought of you. And when you showed up, I thought of Dion, and then she showed up. So Mary, it was good to see you. I haven't seen your face in a while. So I'm happy to see you. It's so wonderful when so many faces that I am so familiar with, and then you guys pop in. It's just such a blessing. It's such a delight to my heart. So thank you so much. It just makes my cup runneth over. So anyway, so mark your little calendars. Grab a pack of index card, heavy duty. Give your stash a little look-see, and put together a little curated collection of goodies that you feel inspired to craft with. I am going to be working on a special little some kind of tool. I don't know if the best way to do it is like making like a printable, like spelling it all out, or I feel like that's probably the best rather than a video. Because then if I do a video, then you have to write stuff down. So it probably makes more sense to write it out. But really just to kind of be a guide, a reminder to you of, to be thoughtful about your craft stash and really think it through about like this project and what you could be doing with it. I think because I was how I got here was really narrowing and curating my goodies down until I felt like I have a very specific little group of things. And what I use is pretty much what like can sit here on my desk and right here. And I'm not digging under to my desk. I'm not grabbing everywhere. I have other things to use, but I'm not reaching for them. I'm staying in a very narrow lane. I'm using really specific things, and I'm not going to, go crazy grabbing all, because I could, but I'm not going to. And I'm really impressed with what I'm able to do without having to do that. So I think this can be a very simple and a wonderfully simple craft that can be enjoyable, because you don't need an overwhelming thing that causes there to be more stress about cleanup and feeling like it's overwhelming versus something that is peaceful and joyful. Because that's really what I'm hoping for, is that we're having a peaceful and joyful crafting experience. So with that being said, I love your little faces. It has been a pleasure and a joy to be spending my Friday with my favorite people. So I really I will miss your little face. I will see you the Friday after next. You guys be cool. Fall is almost here. It's in the near distance. We're so close. Think cool thoughts, okay? Everybody sleep well tonight. Have sweet dreams, and I will see you very, very soon. And hopefully I will remember how to turn all this off. I love your little faces so much. Mwah. Bye, everybody. Bye. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye.
Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple tree, look down my rain barrel, slide down my cellar door, and we'll be be jolly friends forevermore. Say, oh, playmate, come out and play with me, and bring your dollies three. Climb up my apple
Come
tree.
and climb my tree, look down my rainbow, slide down my door, and we'll be friends forever. Say, oh, playmate, come out and play with me, and leave those dolls at home. You can come along, look down my rainbow, slide down my door, and we'll be friends forever. Forever, forever.